Oh, we're rolling. Hey there, Hallmark Hot Takes.
Hey there.
Welcome to episode 8 of Hallmark Hot Takes with Heidi and Jason, where we watch, rate, and review all of the countdown to Christmas movies from the Hallmark Channel. And Jason's going to explain how the rating system works. It's very intricate and complex.
Candy canes are used.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. From a half candy cane, no hook, just the stick, to 5 candy canes.
No, just the stick is bad.
Just the stick is bad. The hook is like
okay.
pretty good, but
Yeah.
the stick is not good. And we add them together to get a possible 10 candy canes per movie.
And that is based on how much we liked or disliked this movie. So tonight's offering is Our Holiday Story, starring Nikki Deloach and Warren Christie. So we are going to meet Dave and Nell, who meet...
We would meet them in what portion of the show?
In the rapid recap.
Okay.
One of these days, I'll remember to say it. We're going to meet Dave and Nell, who we meet in the present as their daughter's boyfriend has come home to meet them. But the daughter's not there because she's stuck on a train. Daughter's name's Joe. Boyfriend's name's Chris. And Chris asks how Dave and Nell met. So we are treated to the story of how they met on a train. And then they didn't get each other's names. And then they got separated. They both happened to live in the same town, so they met up later, and they started to really get the feels for one another. Unbeknownst to both of them, Dave is planning the annual town Christmas festival, and Nell is the city comptroller who is telling him that his budget is too big, but they've never actually met in person. But they are fighting via email and stuff. But then they're meeting in person, and they really like each other. This obviously becomes a thing as they plan the festival, and then it comes out that Nell is actually the comptroller, and she finds out before, and then she keeps it a secret, and then he finds out in a very unfortunate way, and he's very upset. But at the end, they both realize that they want to give this a try, and they are soulmates, so they kiss. Parallel story in the present of Joe and Chris. Chris loves Joe. He wants to tell her. She's scared. They kind of break up for a second. But then in the end, they get back together and they tell each other they love each other. And it's a cute parallel story. And that is Our Holiday Story. Did I hit the highlights?
Highlights, lowlights, all around.
All the lights. We got them all.
Christmas lights.
Christmas lights.
Great job.
All right, let's review this. All right, so... You've been recapped. Now where are we going? Likes or dislikes?
I'd go either one.
Interesting. We'll go dislikes. Let's go dislikes.
What did you not like about this one?
In the initial flashbacks, Nell's character actually looks a little bit older than she does in the present. Are you pounding beverages while we're recapping? Like, what are you doing?
You were recapping. I was just partaking in the holiday cheer.
Nell has
She said she looked older in the past.
Like she kind of did a little bit.
The time.
Nell has a bad breakup with some dude named Eli who broke her heart. And she has a really bad friend in this who sends her hurtful pictures of Eli with some new girl. And it's like, dude,
it's like a photo.
Get a better friend. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, like, who sent... Did you think it was a friend who sent the photo?
I think so.
And it was just, like, a photo. So I have no idea, how... It's always, like, a post. What is the
context? Yeah, obviously it's like a Facebook screen grab or something, but whatever.
Stupid.
I don't know that a comptroller is really going to plan a festival.
I don't know what a comptroller does.
So, like, they're in charge of all the financial... Okay. So, like, she would be in charge of, like, the budgeting for sure. Okay. But she's not planning a festival.
Even in a small town?
Maybe you have to do dual duty in a small town. Okay, I'll buy into that one. When she first called Dave or emailed Dave, she was a real bitch. Like, for no reason. And I know it was to create conflict.
Yeah.
But it was kind of unreasonable. She's like, this festival is stupid and you're not having all this money and blah, blah, blah. And it was like, you could say that without being
Like the
so
first
combative.
time your first interaction with someone's going to be like that. Like,
right.
and you've already been told, like, and this is your job, and you've already been told that you're doing it. So, like,
you got to make hash out of it, right? I mean, you got to get out of the bitter barn and play in the hay, as they say.
How long do you think this story could have been told? Like, instead of 2 hours,
in the movie, they took like 3 days to tell it. So we got the abridged version.
Poor Chris.
Yeah,
it'd be awful.
Poor Chris. I actually really liked Chris, but I'll talk about that later.
I did not like how long this one was.
They made too many assumptions, like, which were kind of silly. Fredo's, the fruitcake place.
Yeah.
They stop on the train, and Chris says that the Fredo's place is 3 hours away.
Right.
But then, like, every scene, they have a new Fredo's fruitcake.
They make deliveries.
3 hours?
That's where the guy was going in the delivery truck.
It's got to be some.
And it's a Christmas festival. You don't think that they have a stand there?
Local sells Fredo's, like
Absolutely.
some local. Okay.
Absolutely.
I'll buy it.
And they actually make it a point.
I withdraw my objection.
Dave and what was her name? Nell. They talk about how they eat it year round.
Okay.
So I think.
All right. I thought the secret was kind of stupid when she didn't tell him who she was. Like, what? It's not
every
that big
time.
Of a deal.
Every time this happens.
And then I don't know. Those were kind of my dislikes.
Yeah, I do like the fact that it was a 10-year anniversary of the ugly sweater. You know, that was great.
Yes, because she was on a train.
Yeah, I was nervous about.
They met on the ugly sweater train.
Yeah, I was nervous about that because in the beginning, she's like, "Of course, this is the ugly sweater," and I'm like, "How does the daughter know about this?" Like, "Of course," and I'm like, and then they told that. I'm like, "Okay, that saved it from being a negative." Icing in the face, like Chris gets shot in the face with icing when he's saying that he's about to say he loves her,
and she goes, "Icing fright."
That's so embarrassing. And again, long ass story I put down.
It was kind of long. I agree because
so long.
I think because obviously you knew, and you know they're going to get together, but there just wasn't. It took away the climax a little bit, and also because he was kind of unreasonably angry. Like, what were you just not telling me so you could make a fool of me? Like, what was she making a fool of him about?
Right.
I don't understand
that was
what
weird.
the point of that would be.
Yeah, I didn't. No.
So, yeah.
What, if you were going to rate the thing you liked about this movie, what would you start with?
I like the ugly sweater train.
The inaugural?
They call it the inaugural ugly sweater train because Hallmark's listening to Jay.
Yes.
We don't have first annuals anymore.
No, that's not a
because
damn thing.
that will get you dinged to half a candy cane at least. At least. But this one's good. Yeah. I liked the bestie exes. So Dave has an ex-wife who is Joe's mom.
Yeah.
And they were very, like high school sweethearts.
Didn't work out.
They've moved on with their lives. And I thought it was good because they were acting like damn adults. I thought Dave trying to remember Nell's number was really funny because he forgot his phone and she gave him her number and he's like, "Oh, my mind's like a steel trap, I'll remember it." And then he's like trying to recite it to himself as he's walking down the street and he gets distracted, and I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah. How fancy was that party he had though? Like, people were dressed to the nines.
Yeah. You should throw a party.
You tired?
I'm tired.
Okay. I thought that was fancy.
I like Teenage Joanna. The daughter.
Okay, when she was a teenager, she was
I thought she was
orchestrating this.
Yeah, I liked her.
Puppet master behind this. Yeah.
They had a Christmas Village. You know how I'm a sucker for
I got Christmas Village. I have that on here, Christmas Village. Festivus Prime, as he would call himself at one point. I like that.
This movie, in a way, kind of gave me a little bit of You Got Mail vibes.
Yes.
Because, like, they were corresponding with each other, but they didn't know.
FOX.
And then one of them found out but didn't tell the other one.
Yes.
So that was kind of gave me a little You've Got Mail vibes that I liked.
Is that a good thing?
It was a good thing. I mean, let's be honest. This is no You've Got Mail. F-O-X. But it kind of gave me those vibes, and I liked that. There was a sweet barn. I'm a sucker for a barn
party. It was actually a party in the barn.
I think, what did she say? I have this quote that she said, and I wrote it down, but I can't read my own handwriting. No, that's too bad. There was a lot.
That's embarrassing.
It says, "You make me want to something." I don't know what it says. Finish things. Oh, yeah. So Dave was like, he never finished things. He starts things he doesn't finish. He's real scatterbrained. He loses stuff. And she's like, he's type B. She's type A. So,
right.
And he said, "You make me want to finish things." And I thought that was cute. And then I liked the Chris Joe twist where he tries to tell her he loved her. And then she they kind of break up to create a little tension.
Just a little bit. Yeah. I like Festivus Prime.
Festivus Prime.
This is probably my favorite thing. I said Chris is weird in a good way. Felt bad that he was there meeting her parents and she wasn't there.
Yeah, that had to be awkward.
For days.
For days.
Like, it was at least a solid day, right?
Yeah.
Christmas Village.
Chris's parents were doofuses.
Yeah.
We only met them for like 30 seconds, but...
And then they're about to... Chris's parents ask how they met. And then I thought in terror that we were going to rehash this whole story again. But that didn't happen.
It didn't.
That would be awful. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you were... If you were going to rate it, Jay, I think I just put pen on my face. What would you give it? What the bird clock says.
Bird clock says go to bed. It's 10 o'clock. But we've done this much later than 10.
Yeah, this is child's play.
This is a tricky one.
I know, I'm feeling tricky
there wasn't a lot of, I hated anything about it.
Right.
It was just long. Long. That was my biggest complaint on it.
Was it long because you're tired?
No, I'm not that tired. I'm going to go 3.5.
Interesting. I'm looking at my list here, and I have a lot of dislikes, and I have a lot of likes.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of loves and hates is my problem. So it's like, I really like Nikki Deloach, and I actually liked Warren and Christie. I thought they were a cute couple. And I liked the dual stories.
Yes.
I thought they were cute.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. Is Nikki worth a little something extra?
I mean, she's not the queen of Hallmark.
I never said she was the queen of Hallmark.
I mean, that star power pulls candy canes.
Yeah, I just don't know. I'm just torn in the middle here. I'm gonna go.
This is awkward.
This is awkward.
What do you got?
I'm gonna give it a 3.
3.
A 3. It's a 6.5. I think that's a respectable rating. It's not gonna knock your socks off.
No.
It might be slightly boring, but it was a cute story. So
this thing is done.
Where we
this
got
thing's a 90-minute one. It probably scored better.
Well, if you fast forward through the commercials, then
it needs to be an hour.
Then it's going to be 60 minutes.
It's got to be 60 minutes. All right, preview time?
Uh-huh.
Sorry for the delay there. Well, actually, they don't know the delay.
Yeah, why would you say there's delay? It's
well, we took a while. I took a while because we needed to validate something.
You didn't need to validate me. I knew what I was talking about.
Okay, what's the preview then?
Holiday Mismatch, starring Caroline Rhea and Beth Broderick, who once starred in
Sabrina, the Teenage Witch.
Which I knew, but he had to verify.
Did you ever watch that?
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, the talking cat.
Yeah, I never watched it though. But this is great.
And you call yourself a 90s kid.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. Anyhow, when free-spirited Kath, oh God, you know how I feel about the free-spirited people, and uptight Barbara clash at a Christmas committee meeting, they're shocked to discover they've accidentally set up their kids via a dating app. Determined to stop the romance, the two mothers team up only to realize they have more in common than they thought. Well, this is going to be interesting because I think the focus will be on the ladies rather than the romance.
That would be nice.
So we'll see how it goes.
Well, hijinks.
I'm determined not to prejudge.
It's too late. You've already
No,
prejudged.
I'm not prejudging.
You did.
I think it's going to be great. Listen, I really need we gotta get a 5. I need to give something a 5. I'm feeling like.
We just gave something like 6.5.
I know, but I want to give it a 5.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I want us to give something a 10. I'm just hungry for a 10, and I just don't know that this movie's going to deliver. But
it could.
Perhaps I will be proven wrong.
Sometimes you are.
I agree.
Sometimes.
I prejudged one of the other ones I liked that I don't remember what it was. Oh, yeah, I thought Scouting for Christmas was going to be stupid, and I like that.
Yeah.
So, you just never know.
Never know.
All right. We'll see you next time.